Maloney, and welcome to Ufront Media Insights. I'm your host. This is a channel that plugs you into the latest news in social media, digital media, and advertising. And we also have one-on-one interviews with individuals from the world of digital media and traditional media. And our slogan is simple, man. Just join the media collective, because everybody is producing content. So why not tune into this channel, which highlights these individuals that you've never heard of. So my name is Maloney. Thank you for joining me at Ufront Media Insights.
I spent 10 years at Google and YouTube. I went over to AOL to run their original video business, and I was very proud to have launched their first real premium video upfront in 2013 with programs from Sarah Jessica Parker to Nicole Richie to iJustine to Tiffany Schlein, whose project was nominated for an Emmy Award. So was very proud to represent the female creative economy in video for AOL and to present, lots of great programming that actual users really loved, and that's really the key. And then from there, being able to, wrap brands into those experiences was sort of the extra bonus.
It's been an incredible benefit. It also has a few drawbacks. Let me talk about the drawbacks first. A lot of stories that are outright inaccurate end up on social media and end up being retracted. A lot of people have been killed on social media that are still very much alive. And that, of course, is a big drawback. You have a lot of people who actually don't respect the rules of journalism. I believe fully in citizen journalism, but follow the rules. Get your attribution right. Make sure you double check your sources. Make sure you do your research and so forth, and learn how to write and the art of writing and present it in a way that's easy to read and digest for the public. And you have a lot of people that aren't following those rules, and we're all suffering because of it, because you see something on your phone on Twitter and it turns out it's not true. I mean, we're seeing this almost daily. So as someone who's been in the business for a long time, that distresses me. However, there are many benefits. When we do have our information right, it's disseminated quickly on Facebook, on Twitter, and the many other social media platforms. I'm partial to Facebook. I find Twitter somewhat dangerous. A lot of people are getting fired because of tweets. And that's happening because you're writing as you're thinking. And as we know in journalism, that's a very dangerous thing to do, because as you think, sometimes what you think in the bedroom shouldn't be put out in public.
Right.
You have a right to say and think what you please, but you better be careful when you tweet it, because it may be inappropriate. And we're seeing a lot of people lose their jobs, end up being ostracized and so forth, because they thought something quickly, put it on Twitter, and it was completely inappropriate. So I keep my tweets for my book tour, really. Cheryl is going to be here, and that's it. I don't put everything I think. But Facebook is a little safer, because I can put pictures of events, like we just had a wonderful tribute for all of our journalists here in New York. And, I'm about to post pictures on Facebook. So I find it safe for that, and for stories that have been well researched. And many stories I do here at New York One, I'll post them on Facebook. So I find social media a welcome addition to the mass
television business for 20 years as an executive at MTV, then a consultant on the branding side of cable networks, and then I started running the world famous but down on its luck Hanna-Barbera cartoon studio in the early 90s when Ted Turner owned it. And when he decided to sell his company to Time Warner, I decided it was time to go off on my own and set up Frederator Studios as an independent cartoon producer out in Hollywood.
Advertising Age is a brand that really, at its core, helps people get smarter about the business that we're in. So once we embraced that idea of who we are, it allowed us to really evolve the brand into so many different places. And we've done that through the website, and we've done that through the conferences. But more and more, we're exploring what are the different ways that we can be packaging that content and using that expertise to help people either get smarter, assess the ecosystem, and just feel more confident about the work they're doing. So we recently launched our membership program, and what the membership program allows us to do is bring people closer to us and serve them up content that's specific to their needs on an ongoing basis. So we've been really excited about that. We recently launched another product called Lookbook, and the market is just so overwhelming. There are so many different areas that people need to get their arms around, and so many different companies within each of those areas. So we created Lookbook as a way of helping people understand the ecosystem and then assess all the different partners that they could potentially be working with to get them into those spaces. So those are just two examples of things that we've done recently, but there's so much more on the horizon and so much more for us to do. It's just prioritizing.
To the entertainment industry, basically the radio business, I would say first, internship gets your foot right in the door. You got to work hard, and it's very, very competitive. But because we're in this digital age, you're able to launch your own radio programs. You don't have to wait for somebody to say, yes, you can get on WBLS or SiriusXM. You can start right where you are. Get your microphone, get that YouTube channel going, and you can blow up from there and then command a deal right with the terrestrial radio station. It's really, really easy nowadays. Nowadays, you can do it. But hard work, definitely, and remember, you have to stay on top of your game. It's very, very competitive, so you want to cover all markets, from the internet to on the streets to on air. You want to be that 360 professional.
Social media has improved the live experience, just because now not only can someone inside the venue see what's going on, but they can share it with their friends, and they can also speak amongst each other and kind of, you know, share in the joy and the energy that's going on. So not only are they sharing while they're celebrating and partying, but they're also sharing and celebrating digitally and socially. So I think it's awesome. It's just another layer, and it also, you can how do I say, you can also remember the moments via Instagram or even your tweets and things like that. So it just kind of holds that experience in time for you socially.